Alpha subs can't be trained the same way traditional slaves are. There are certain strategies that these subtypes respond very well to, and others that will get you nowhere as a dominant. That's why in this video, I'm revealing the unique strategies I recommend to train alpha subs, because they operate very differently than a traditional sub or slave. So hit that subscribe button and let's jump into it. When you understand what makes an alpha sub so unique, everything changes. Because of an alpha sub's unique design and overall approach to submission, you can't use the same training strategies you normally would with a submissive and expect them to land. It's all about what drives their submissive arousal. As a dominant switch, my switch point is purely sexual. Therefore, what drives my arousal on the bottom side is not a desire for submission, but a desire for rest, to check out of my head, stop being responsible, get back into my body, and let go. In the same way, alpha subs receive a different type of arousal in viewing their submission. But when you understand what drives the alpha sub's unique arousal, you start to tap into something very special. And your alpha sub starts to respond to you with excitement and enthusiasm you haven't seen before. Because the mindset of the alpha sub varies greatly from that of the conventional sub or slave archetype. While traditional subs or slaves often seek a deep, unequivocal power gap, alpha subs are driven by something different altogether. They approach submission with a sense of honor, trust, and responsibility, viewing their submission as a trusted partnership rather than a mere act of service. But that doesn't mean we abandon service altogether in our expectations and training. In fact, you want to give your alpha sub special responsibilities. Unlike a standard sub who might relish simple directives or a high degree of oversight, an alpha sub flourishes when given responsibilities that utilize their organizational skills and decision-making abilities. For example, entrusting them with an ongoing shopping list and meal planning, or managing your daily schedule can satisfy their need for a trust-based power gap, which is crucial to the alpha sub. Rather than craving a severe power imbalance, they seek a dynamic rooted in mutual respect and trust. Imagine an alpha sub as a dominant's right-hand confidant, someone entrusted with special responsibilities, akin to a personal assistant. This trust forms the core of their arousal point, being included in the dominant's inner circle, privy to plans and decisions that others are not. This is less about subservience and more about earning a place of honor in the dominant's eyes. Recognition and praise are powerful tools when training an alpha sub. These subtypes thrive on praise that acknowledges their efforts to proactively assist, organize, or otherwise ease any practical burdens of the dominant, which taps into their innate desire for order. By leveraging the alpha sub's desire for structure, organization, and environmental peace, you can create a mutually rewarding relationship that flows effortlessly. As a dominant, I prefer reactive service over proactive service, where my submissive is at a place of rest until called upon, instead of frantically trying to anticipate my needs. I don't like that anxious energy. I want peace. That's why I suggest training balance in reactive and proactive service. If the submissive's proactivity stems from a healthy place of genuine enthusiasm, it can enhance the dynamic. But if it arises from unhealed wounds, such as an urge to prove their worth and avoid rejection and abandonment, it may lead to overperformance, burnout, and resentment. For instance, if given 5 daily rituals, an alpha sub might add 10 more in attempts to be impressive or pleasing, which can easily sabotage the dominant's plans. Dominants like myself, who prefer proactive service, should guide the alpha sub to align with this preference as you reinforce the importance of rest. Because rest can be tricky for alpha subs. Some are naturally wired for organization and proactive service, thriving on structure and recognition. Others may exhibit these traits due to trauma, such as hypervigilance or abandonment wounds, where proving their worth becomes a coping mechanism, a way to prove their value to you. That's why you need to set strict boundaries around the alpha sub's rules, rituals, and protocols, even scheduling or demanding their rest to prevent burnout. Define specific hours for the service and insist on downtime, ensuring they understand that rest is part of their role, a way that they can care for themselves in order to pour back into you as the dominant. Alpha subs have a tendency to push back or challenge authority, not necessarily out of defiance or a place of bratting, but to test the presence and leadership of the dominant. So when pushback occurs, show your authority. Respond firmly yet respectfully to reassert control. A calm and authoritative, "Who's in charge here? You better remember your place." Or, "This is my decision, not yours," can reinforce the power gap by showing the alpha sub that you care enough about them to hold your ground. Knowing they cannot overpower you in any regard will communicate a great deal of safety to the alpha sub. A trauma informed approach will help you discern the alpha sub's why behind their what, a key insight that will shape the training process, assuring it aligns with their emotional needs. And if you are an alpha sub, let me know if I was able to articulate your experience accurately. And if you have an alpha sub, comment and let me know if you've tried any of these strategies, or share your own approach with us so we can all expand our knowledge. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like and share with a kinky friend, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.